Right, welcome to the review of the Malibu I 430 LE. I'm going to start by having a look around the outside and just talking about the motorhome. So it's an A-Class vehicle, and for those of you that don't realise, an A-Class vehicle is one which has got a complete caravan body over the cab. So it's much more like I would say like a caravan over an engine, really. So what you get is a great big windscreen and a slightly modified bonnet, so it doesn't look like the Fiat. If you look over there, it doesn't look like the Fiat at all.
No.
What you've got with the Malibu, you've got alloy wheels. You've got what normally on the Continent is the driver's side door, but that's on the passenger side in the UK. Yeah. So on this side, you've got the passenger side door, and that would normally be on the driver's side door on the Continent, obviously, because it would be on the left-hand side. It's quite a nice big door. Got speakers built into it. Took us a little while to figure out where all the controls were. That's your locking button, that's your mirror controls, and that winds the window up or down. And some models have a dog inside them. Not right. Diesel filling caps there.
No AdBlue.
No, there's no AdBlue on this. So this must be the 6B engine.
Yeah.
Let's have a look in here. There's lockers everywhere on this van. Great big locker here that we haven't actually used at all.
No. Well,
nothing. Loads of space in there. I think it might be a bit difficult if things go under there.
Yeah.
But probably best thing to do would be plastic boxes.
It would, wouldn't it?
Toilet cassette is a fairly standard sort of Thetford unit.
Yeah.
It just pulls out. I won't show you that because I think you're sure you've seen toilets before. Shall I pull it out? Yeah, standard Thetford unit. There's no room in there for anything else, so it's just the toilet.
You can't keep all your things in there.
No. Place for your Vasa or your water. It's just a standard lock.
Yeah.
LPG tanks in there, and this has got the Truma mono control, duo control, CS, and the crash sensor. So as I understand it, the duo control can change over bottles automatically, and it also provides a heater element to make sure that the gas doesn't get too cold. Just working our way through the lockers here. So this is the garage. I'll go around the other side.
Yeah.
And this is a massive garage. It's got a light in here. Brilliant. There's a heater vent there.
Yeah.
And we fitted all our junk in here, no problem at all. There's tie-down bars for bicycles and the like. So yeah, it's a huge garage. It's, as you can see, you could live in here if you wanted to, and it's heated, so you probably could live in here. At the back, got a tow bar on this motorhome. It is absolutely filthy. Can't be helped this time of year there, and you've got a reversing camera just above the high-level brake light. That's the big locker door. Electric points there. Oh, an all echo in it. Electric points there. The Truma outlet and the vent for the fridge. And there's another one above it. As you notice, but you've got an awning as well. You actually haven't wound out, probably for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I'll just mention the alloy wheels. They're very smart alloy wheels. 16-inch wheels, 225 by 75 R16 CP, so the camping tyres, Michelin Agilis. Very nice. Right, have a look at the door. We've got a door pocket. It's got a lot of rubbish in there. Nice little pocket there. Big grab handle, and that's your locking mechanism. Blind on the door. That's got a fly screen that goes across. Don't think we need that at the moment.
Light above, isn't it? Which we do need.
Awning light above, which I think is that one. Yeah. And you've got the
right place.
And you've got the switches there. So you've got awning switch, lighting switch. And a manual electric step. Let's get inside because it's nice and warm in here. Under the floor, this is one of the bigger lockers. If you remember, I looked at it from that end, but this allowed us to sort of put toasters and Tassimos and dog stuff in there. Loads of space in there. I've just got these clips that push down. Yeah, so it's doing 24.5 miles per gallon at the moment, which is okay. I wouldn't say it's brilliant. But let's have a look around the cab. You've got the reversing camera down here on the right. I say reversing camera, it's like a rear view and reversing camera. It's a very wide angle camera, just a single view. Just looking over here, that operates the step. It brings it in when you're driving, so you don't need to get out of the cab to put the step away. That's the heated mirrors. That adjusts the mirrors. You've got these coach style mirrors. The only thing I would say about these mirrors is you do find yourself at junctions having to sort of look in front of the mirror and sometimes behind the mirror, because they are quite big and they do make quite a big blind spot looking to the right over there, and the same on the other side. But they are extremely good mirrors, so you don't have a problem with rearward vision. I think we've already mentioned previously on this tour problems with condensation. We have tried leaving windows open at night. To be honest, it doesn't really help, and we have had problems with condensation on the main window. And I'll open the blind now. So obviously we've spent most of the morning and the night in here, and there is quite a bit of condensation in here. I've said before, a silver screen or a tailor-made thermal screen would be ideal for this, and you wouldn't have any of this problem, and you could stay nice and warm. People have suggested leaving a skylight open, but at this time of year I think I prefer to be warm. So this blind is quite a big thing, and you do have to sort of lean over to push it down, so it's a bit of a stretch for some people, I think. Naming no names. You've got cab blind on this side as well. That's on the what would be the driver's door, which I still sort of struggle with a little bit. And you've got another blind here, and they're just sort of, the blinds are clipped on magnetically, and that works quite well. So we continue with the controls. So standard sort of controls for the Fiat. You've got your fog lights, 2 fog lights. You've got your adjustments for the menu. You can go through the menu, sound, beat, trip data, set time. Actually, could do with setting the time because it's on the wrong time. 13:30. That's it. Set the date. Auto close. Auto closes automatically closes the doors when you've got central locking. This hasn't got central locking. Units if you want it in kilometers, so when you go abroad you can change to kilometers. Service history. Passenger bag. Actually, the passenger airbag is actually off. I did wonder about that. We're on it on. Passenger airbag on. Because that's that light there. Someone had switched the passenger airbag off. Oh, exit menu. Right. Yeah, There's no radio controls on the steering wheel, it's just the standard steering wheel. Indicator, cruise control, it's got cruise control. It's got air conditioning. I'll switch that on, that air conditioning. That's for locking the doors. Obviously it doesn't work because we haven't got central locking. Hazard lights, hill descent control and traction control. I wouldn't mess with those. And we've got a DAB radio, a Pioneer unit. So this it's quite a nice little unit. The only thing I would say before we'd say anything is the controls are quite hard to see when you're driving. You've got the volume control there, and they are tiny little buttons, and you've got other functions there. So what does it do? It connects to your phone, so you've got ability to make calls through it. You can play your radio through there, so it will play music through there. That's a good track, that, isn't it? The no name, no title track. And you've got all your phone book and everything. You've got Spotify on here. I haven't tried Spotify, but I've used it for Napster, playing that through my phone. You've got DAB radio, not tuned in. Don't know if there's any presets on there, but you've got presets set up on there that just tend to listen to a couple of stations. The FM radio. Right, go back to the thing. It's got a CD player as well, which I'm quite surprised. There's a CD slot there. It's not a bad unit, and it does hands-free. So, like I say, it's just a little bit difficult to use when you're driving. A little bit fiddly, I'd say. I much prefer having a big volume control there again. So on the top of the dashboard, you've now got this little tablet holder. Little tablet, it's a great big thing, isn't it, really? And it's got a lever here you pull out, and up comes a clip, a sprung clip for putting your tablet on there. So if you use a tablet for sat nav, I suppose that's really useful. I haven't got a tablet, have we?
No.
I couldn't fit the laptop in there, so. Right, you've got USB socket, one USB socket there, got 12-volt socket here. This is all mine, this thing, so I can charge the camera and everything whilst we're going along. You've got your vents, and you've got a great big dashboard area, so I don't know what you do with all of that. Just a lot of space, isn't it? This comes with the big locker at the bottom, so there's loads of space in there. I've got my keys in there, don't let me forget my keys in there. I can just get Poppy out of the way. Just show you over here, there's a cup holder down there. There's a cup holder down there. There's a cup holder over there. A cup holder down there if it wasn't filled with my USB thing. There's a cup holder over there, so you can have like 4 cups of coffee going on at the same time. There's actually 2 heater vents there as well, which is quite nice. Got this great big locker here, so I put my de-icer in at the moment, and a few rags and things. It's a really useful locker for a driver there. Put your maps and things in there. With it being an A-Class motorhome, you've got an unusual arrangement for visors, and they sort of pull down and they can go quite a way down into the windscreen, so if the sun is very low, or you can just sort of pull them up a little bit like that if it's a bit higher. So yeah, they're quite flexible visors there. You've got switches for your lights up here, so they've got lights there, you've got lights here, not short of lights. And they are very nice looking lights, aren't they? There's a nice sort of ambience. As for the driving experience in the van, it's been really good. I've really enjoyed driving this van. It feels planted, stable, it's nice to drive. Once you get used to the feeling that it's wider, it's not actually wider, It's good. You've got great visibility, apart from what I said earlier about the blind spot around the coach type mirrors. It keeps up with motorway traffic. It's got a 130 brake horsepower engine, so it does you do need to change down on some of the steeper inclines. I've noticed that. A 150 engine would be better, but then more power is always better. But yeah, I've really enjoyed driving this van. Yeah, I've got all my facts and figures here. So on the Malibu website it says it's a standard chassis, a 35 light chassis. Basic motorization is a diesel 2.3 litre, and it says on here it's 89 kilowatts or 120 brake horsepower, but I believe this is the 6B engine. I believe this is a 6B engine, so this is a 130 brake horsepower engine. Total length is 6.95 metres, total width is 2.27 metres, total height is 2.94 metres. Its wheelbase is 3,800 millimetres. The double floor height is 170/390. The standing height in the living area is 1.98 metres. So there's plenty of standing height. The only problem I have is I've just cracked my nut on the bed up there, but it is padded. So the trouble with being tall. The technical permissible total weight is 3,500 kilograms. The weight in running order is 3,005 kilograms, which basically gives you a payload of 495 kilograms. It can tow 2,000 kilograms. It's got 4 seating places, 4 sleeping places. Rear bed is 2,000 and 1,900 by 850 millimeters. The folding bed, this one, is 1950 by 1600, so they're good sized beds. We haven't got a sitting bed conversion. The refrigerator is 145 litres.
Right there, yeah.
The freezer compartment is 15 litres. It's a Truma Combi 6 heating system. It has a fresh water tank of 125 litres, that's huge, and a waste tank of 90 litres. It says it's got three 240 volt sockets.
No, 3.
3. I don't know where the 3 sockets are, we can only find 2. It says it's got one 12 volt socket, one USB socket, and it's got an 80 amp hour battery.
We haven't found the 12 volt socket, and we haven't found the other socket.
No, that's strange. I don't know where the other 240 volt socket is. So whilst we're on the subject of sockets, there's definitely one socket there, and that's a bit of a pain because I have to trail my lead over to my laptop. So if you're trying to charge anything whilst you're sitting here, someone's going to trip over that lead. The other 240 volt socket is up there. I've no idea where the other socket, unless it's in the garage. It might be in the garage.
Yeah.
The USB's up there. I don't know where the 12 volt socket is, unless it's talking about the one in the cab.
It could be talking about that one, couldn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So if anyone's got a Malibu who knows where the other 240 volt socket is, please let me know. I'll be interested to find out. So talk to me about the lounge.
The lounge is very sociable. We had Bob and Aileen in here, and us two, and we had takeaway meal. It was very easy. The fact that the table adjusts,
it's got a
thing
button on the floor,
and it just moves across.
It allows you to move the table backwards.
Yeah, so you can sort of decide when we were eating last night, I sat there, you sat here, we move the table across. When you're letting people in to sit in the front, you can move it across here. I think we've all commented that this side here is a bit
we'll just
short.
talk about that then.
Yeah.
So what about this side seat here?
Well, we think that's a little bit short, don't we?
Yeah, I think it's okay for kids.
Yeah.
Some people have said, is that cushion removable?
Yeah.
You can remove the cushion, but under that is a fixed box.
Yeah.
So what it does mean is that whoever's sitting in the passenger seat there have got no leg room.
No, that was me the other day. It was okay because you could sort of squeeze up into the corner, but I wouldn't have wanted to go 200 miles sitting like that.
No.
This is fine. This seat here is really nice.
Yeah.
And you could travel very easily with this. You've got your headrest and everything, but that is a bit of a squeeze sitting in there.
Yeah.
And it is a shame that you can't take that out.
Yeah. I mean, I think the reason is that it's actually under there as part of the locker.
Yeah, which we looked at from the other side, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it just doesn't move, unlike some of them. I looked the Bailey we looked at, the 7940. That middle bit, you move it out,
and you can leave it at home.
And you can leave that home or put it in your garage.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's right. So, what about the telly?
Telly's brilliant picture. It's a satellite and a normal aerial.
Yeah.
The satellite seems to have thousands of BBCs and ITVs.
Yeah, because it just picks up everything.
Yeah. So you've tried to get the favourites on it now, haven't you?
You can. We've set it up with the favourites on there. So yeah, no, it's fine having FreeSat, but I think I prefer to have a Skybox or a Fire Stick or something.
Fire Stick or something,
yeah.
If you want BBC for everywhere, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these seats are extremely comfortable, and it's one of the few sort of driving seats I've ever had that you can actually put your head back. Yeah, the headrest actually meets your head, which is unusual, really. It's got really nice armrests, adjustable armrests. You can adjust it for, what they call it, rake. You can move it backwards and forwards. You can adjust it for height. You've got two little toggle switches underneath here, which I probably can't show you, but allows you to put the front of the seat up or the back of the seat up or down, and enables you to get a comfortable driving position, or indeed a comfortable position to watch the telly. So this is a perfect position for watching the telly. Yeah.
So what about seat belts?
Oh yeah, it's because they're captain's chairs. The seat belt is actually integrated into the chair, which makes life a whole lot simpler. Really, you're not falling over seat belts. You need that. You need that on an A-Class, obviously. Otherwise, the seat belts
would be. Yeah, I did wonder why.
You'd be strangling you every time you got in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this little seat here? It's very usable, isn't it? Yeah,
we had mixed thoughts about this seat when we first came in, but it's probably been one of the most useful seats in the lounge.
Yeah.
Because it's somewhere you can sit, you know, if you're in the middle of something, you can sit here. If you've got friends round, they can sit there, you can sit there. You've got 4 or 5 people easily around the lounge. So we're a great fan of this lounge, aren't we?
Yeah, I do like the lounge, really do.
Yeah.
And it's warm up here as well.
Yeah.
Because you've got the vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Above the habitation door, you've got the controls. I did wonder what this little unit was for, but this is for controlling the heater to make sure that the gas doesn't get too cold, and it's the automatic changeover. It's called a Duo C control. On here you've got all the main controls for the van: lights, music, camera, action, no, water, music. That switches everything off. Over here, that tells you your leisure battery. That's your leisure battery, and it tells me I've got 13 volts, so it's probably being charged at the moment. Bottom one is your vehicle battery, and that says I've got 12.5 volts, so it's not being charged at the moment. That's the wastewater tank, which is 25%. You read this sort of side, 25% full. That's the freshwater tank, which is 50% full. So it's a fairly standard sort of Troma unit. So if you press this button, that's to do with the van. That sets the temperature on the van. That's to do with the hot water. You can have the hot water eco off. You know, switch the water heater off, or on eco or on hot. And you turn the dial again, and that tells you what source of energy you're using. Electric 2, so that's the higher kilowatts. And you've got eco 1. You can mix the two, so if it gets really, really cold, you can have gas and electric on. 2 settings for that, or just gas if you're going along. I'm going to tend to leave it on electric 1. That's the blower, so you're going to have an eco or high. You've got a timer function there which allows you to set a start and an end time, so you can have the heating coming on say at 9 o'clock and going off at 5 o'clock or something like that. Never use it. That sets the clock, and that allows you various sort of functions. You can change 24 hours, change the language, reset it. I'll not do any of that. That's the controls for the satellite. Probably don't want to touch that because I'll probably switch the satellite off, but basically it's either on or off, and it's an automatic seeking teleco satellite which finds the signal and does its business. I've given you how many channels?
It was 300 and something, wasn't it?
Yeah. Carbon monoxide sensor. Right, so come into the kitchen. Right, so this is not the biggest of kitchens, is it?
No.
So
that,
we've got veg, we've got potatoes,
yeah,
and we've got these higgidy butternut squash and feta pie, and we've got an oven.
Yeah, which isn't the
biggest
oven in the world, is it?
And it hasn't got a shelf in it.
No.
And we haven't got a baking tray.
No.
But what we have got is the bottom of a Ridgemonkey.
Yeah.
So we're going to put him in there.
As long as that fits in there, we're okay.
I think it does sideways. Yeah,
right.
So it goes in sideways. Sparking. That's it. Right, it's lit. So what do I put this on then?
I don't know, just look at the packet. Gas mark 4.
4, okay. So 4. Good luck. Yeah. We've got some gas. And we're cooking on gas.
Yeah, okay.
Culinary masterpiece. Yeah. Bon appetit. If that's what you say. So we got the hob.
Yeah, this has been quite good, haven't it? We used it last night, and
yeah,
it's very efficient. It's got 3 gas burners, and the way they're sort of set out, they're quite apart from each other. So
yeah, so that works.
It's good.
Yeah,
yeah, no problems with that.
This gives you a bit of extra workspace.
Yeah.
The sink is under there. Just someone needs to do the washing up.
They do, don't they? Yeah. You can hide the washing up.
Yeah, that's the great thing about this. You can hide the washing up. And the other thing about this, and we have used this, is that this little shelf thing clips into there and makes a handy little shelf.
And if you turn that over,
yeah,
you've got a chopping board. Yeah.
So you could do a chopping up there, which gives you a bit more space.
That's right.
Under there.
Yeah. You have to be tidy in this kitchen because otherwise you've got no space.
I would say about this tap, we found this tap really confusing to start with. We think that's cold. The only way you can tell it's cold is because it's got a symbol there. Yeah. Which you can't see.
Because you pull the thing out. Yeah. Same with the bathroom one as well. Yeah.
And that's hot, so.
It comes out really fast as well.
Yeah, and water pressure in this van is tremendous.
Goodness, yeah. No problems with that.
No problem with water
no,
pressure.
No, isn't it?
Let's talk about ovens. Okay. It's a little Dometic unit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think you more commonly see these on panel vans. It's got a little light on there so you can see what you're doing. So you hold it in and where is it? There. Is that one? Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So that's your grill.
Grill's on in there, yeah. Okay.
If you turn it the other way, that's your gas. So again, you hold it in and hold it till it starts. And it's been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we said there's no shelf, but I don't think there's a facility for a shelf.
No.
So.
And honestly, I don't think you'll be doing your Christmas turkey in there.
No.
But no, it works fine. I've got to remember to turn it off. And switch the light off as well. So yeah, that works fine. Let's have a look at the drawers.
Yep, so we've got 3, excuse me, reasonable sized drawers.
Yeah.
Nowhere else really to put food or stuff, was it, apart from the garage?
No, that's right.
So we bunged everything in there.
I say that because most of the cutlery and cups and plates are in these 2 cupboards here.
Yeah, all sort of wrapped
So,
up.
so we ended up putting them down there. I think if it was our own van, we'd probably put some more stuff down here.
Got the Ridgemonkey.
Got the
and
Ridgemonkey sauces and things in there.
Yeah. And then there's pots and pans and a banana.
Which is always useful to know.
Yeah. And
that actually, yeah, that's it. A little bit difficult to close that one. This has got the bin in it.
yeah.
Mixed feelings about this bin, but it's actually a good little bin.
Yeah, it's bigger than it looks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's deeper than it looks, and you can pull it out, and you can go to the disposal point with it.
You're not juggling with that one at the door.
No. You've got a little bit of space, extra space there for some table mats.
And this, it's a very nice.
It's a very nice cutlery drawer. Yeah, it's well made, isn't it? Solid feeling.
Yeah.
We've got an unusual tea towel in there for some reason. Where did that come from?
Well, that's because we had 3. We had none. We couldn't find any.
Yeah, they all reappeared, didn't they?
They all reappeared.
Yeah. Okay. Fridge.
Fridge.
Okay. Now this is a Dometic slimline automatic energy selection fridge.
Yeah.
So points for that, which means that you put it on automatic and you can forget about it.
Which we like.
Which we like a lot. It's got a freezer compartment there.
Yep.
What's that got in it? It's got a loaf and
some fish cakes.
Fish cakes. But that's about it for your freezer compartment.
Yeah.
Another loaf in there, a Toblerone, as you do.
Some wine.
Some wine, some cheese, some country life.
Some potatoes and stuff, and yeah.
It's not
usual things.
Usual things that you have in your fridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a nice little fridge. It's not. I wouldn't say it's the biggest fridge I've ever seen.
No, but it was one we're probably going to have to get used to, isn't it?
Because I think ours is a similar size in our new van.
Yeah.
So yeah, because on our old van, our current van, it's a bit bigger. But yeah, no, this works fine. You've got a little shelf there for pulling it. That's quite deep. I'll go quite back that way.
Yeah.
Back there. But yeah.
You know, one thing
What?
I've thought with this fridge that's better is that I haven't had to sort of go in there and make sure that there's nothing loose.
Hang on a minute. So one thing you thought about this fridge?
About this fridge is, before we've been setting off anywhere, I haven't had to do a lot of rearranging of shelves to make sure, because as you start using the food on our one,
it slides about, doesn't it?
Big gaps on the shelves.
Yeah, so being narrow,
yeah.
things don't slide about as much, do they?
No, so I think that's
one positive point. Yeah.
Liking that fridge.
Yeah. Bathroom.
This is possibly my least favourite.
This is likewise. It's a small shower room, really, a small wet room.
Yeah.
I had a shower in here this morning. I'll insert some footage here. Right, I'm gonna have a go having a shower in the van. I haven't had one in the shower. So let's see how this works. Goes out there. Oh, this slides around. It's got a catch on it here. That's it. Okay. Swivel the toilet a bit then. Good. You. Goes round. Like that. Alright. Give it a go and I'll report back. Well, it's alright. So there's not a huge amount of room in the shower. It is just a cubicle, There's a nice little shelf where the wheel arch is, where you can put your stuff, but then if you drop it on the floor, I found it difficult to bend down to pick it up. So and it keeps the water off the rest of the bathroom as well. You can see it got pretty steamy in there. But the only thing I would say is that the water got a little bit cool. The temperature is on hot. I thought it was on eco. It wasn't. It was on hot. So it does run out of hot water after a while. There's enough to have a shower, but you just got to be aware of it. And as you can see, it is quite a small area. Nice big mirrors.
Yep.
So what's your comment on the toilet?
It's a bit high for me. I mean, it's all right if you're tall.
Yeah,
I just found it, because it's that added bit.
Yeah, it's the standard toilet starts there and is that high.
Yeah.
But this is on like a pedestal.
Yeah.
So you've got this distance here.
Yeah.
And if I put my legs nearby, you can see it's knee height. So that's my knees.
Yeah.
It's halfway up your your bum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's way too tall.
Just for me anyway, but I mean,
I don't know why it has to be on that pedestal, but there you go. I suppose something to do with the double floor.
And the shower.
And the shower maybe, yeah. Your toilet roll's in there. It's on a little holder. It's heated in here, so you get a nice warm area. The drainage is very good. You've got 2 drain taps there, so excellent for that. There's a cupboard here, which you can fit. It's not a huge cupboard, but you can fit your little bits and pieces in there. Two cups that we never use. I don't think I ever used the cups in a motorhome in the shower room. These shelves are quite handy up there. The sink's good.
Yeah.
It's a good sized sink. You've got space to put things there.
Yeah.
You can get plenty of water in there. It's even got a soap dispenser, which we haven't used. It's got a light, so you can see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the other 240-volt socket would have been.
Would have been, but they,
Yeah.
taken it out.
For safety reasons, they've probably deleted it.
Yeah.
I have to comment on this towel rail holder. I think it's absolutely pointless there.
Unless you've got a tiny hand towel.
Well, if you put a tiny hand towel there, that's fine. But if you put anything bigger, it just gets in the way of the toilet. It's got a loo brush.
Yeah,
which is super.
Yeah, wonderful.
Really good.
Yeah.
We mentioned the storage under there already. There's more storage under here, which we haven't used.
No.
So I think you can put boots and things in there. The wastewater drain is just here. So we've driven over to the right place. Open that up. And out it comes. At a nice rate as well. This locker here gives you access to the waste and the freshwater tanks. So if you need to get to them from the top, that's where they are. This is a really handy locker for, we've used it for shoes. I don't know if that's what it's meant for, but we've used it for shoes. Okay, let's talk about the bedroom. Starting at the bottom here, you've got a really handy wardrobe area with a lift up bit at the top part of the bed that allows you to get to the hanging area in there, and that's nice and warm, so all your coats are warm in there. I think it's probably because you've got the ducting there, goes through it, comes out there. It's got like a little catch on it. You've got the same on this side as well. That's great. Obviously that bit lifts up so you can get to it from there as well. And you've got these twin beds. Now they can make up into a massive double. What you do to make up the bed is there's a handle there, a little thing, and you slide this unit back, comes back there. No problem now is you can't open these cupboards, but you can still get to them that way. And what you do is you put a little infill cushion, which my able assistant will pass to me, and hold the camera. And that goes in there somewhere. That pulls like that. And you've still got the steps to get out. And yeah. Like I say, the problem with it, of course, is you can't open the cupboards there.
No.
So it's for occasional use. No idea what you might use it for.
No.
No.
I have no idea why you want that, really. No.
It took us ages to find this switch here. That switch there controls all the ambient lighting at the top. I think we mentioned in one of the videos. It took us ages to find that. There's another switch there that controls the lights underneath. My comment on that light switch, and there's another one there, is it's the wrong end of the bed.
Yeah.
You put these lights on when you get into bed, getting ready to go to bed. Put your head down, and then you think, why they couldn't put that switch up the other end? That would be really useful. You have got a light there as well, so that's probably best to use that one at night. And you've got a nice mirror effect in the lounge. It is a really nice place to be because it's well lit and it's very stylish.
I think once you get used to being high up,
yeah, it's quite a shock, you know, when you're used to low down beds, that you're way up in the air. Now here comes the negatives. There's not a lot of room between where you're sleeping and these cupboards.
No.
Probably about 2 feet. Wake up in the middle of the night and you bang your bombs.
Yeah.
I've done it 3 times now.
3 times?
3 times.
Yeah,
I've got the marks to prove it. It's a consequence of having such a high bed, having all that storage in the garage, but I wouldn't need all that storage, so I'd prefer if the bed was a little bit lower, or even if you could, and I've seen it on some vans, lower the whole unit a little bit, just to compromise a little bit on the garage space, but to give you more space in here. Someone did suggest on one of the comments on one of the videos that you could sleep round the other way. I guess you could put the pillow that end, and then have the advantage then that you can get to the switch. But
you turn over even with that infill in.
Yeah, I would just be a little bit, I mean, you're not normally going to have that infill in there, so you're normally going to have it like that. I would just be a little bit worried that you could possibly fall out of bed there, and it's a long way down.
Yeah. That
would be my worry. Plus the natural inclination of most motorhomes is to point that way.
Yeah.
To lean down that way.
Yeah.
So it just feels more natural to have the bed up there. I just wish there was more space above your head. So what do you think about these lockers in this bedroom?
Well, they're wonderful handles on them, and
really nicely well made, aren't they?
I mean, it's a consequence of the bed being high up that they can't be that tall.
They're not tall, no.
No, but they're wide to compensate for it.
Yeah, quite deep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay if I stand on the steps. I can get to both of them either side.
You struggle.
My challenge is
getting over to these ones, because you then have to really get onto the bed.
Yeah.
To reach those.
Yeah, and I have. The only time I've wiped my head was going towards those, and I wiped it on.
And you catch it on this.
Yeah.
On the little sunroof, which I have to say is not the biggest sunroof I've ever seen.
No. No.
But yeah.
But it's nice, the lighting in here, the rest of it. I have got used to being high up. It was the first couple of nights. The second night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
started thinking, oh, I'm too high up here, I don't like this, and then no, I just, once I've got in bed, I've stayed in bed, and then when I've woken up, I've sort of tried to think, now where am I? Be careful.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you will get used to the height there, and it was a bit of a shock. You know, when I first started using it, certainly a shock when I woke up and banged my head.
Oh yeah,
that woke me up. And I suppose you do get used to it.
Yeah, this feels a bit strange when you're first in there and you look up and these cupboards aren't very much above you, and I'm used to the cupboards are up there and I'm down here.
Yeah, that's right.
So you do feel a little bit strange.
But you've got used to getting up into the bed, haven't you? I mean,
that's not.
You were, let's be honest, you were quite worried about getting into this bed, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I thought I might have to sleep in the garage or something.
Sleep on the driver's chair.
Sleep in Poppy's bed. But no, I mean, once I'm in there, I'm fine. I'm getting out okay, and it's
right.
Just got used to it.
Okay. So this is a 4-berth fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I filmed a little bit last night because I actually slept in this big double up here.
Yeah.
Really just to try it out. And it is a big double. So I'll just put the footage in here. Right. What I've got to do is drop the seat. I'll turn this lever and drop the seat like that. You do the same with the other one. The seats are down, and then what you do is you bring the bed down. That's it, and it's down. So that's the bed made. It's got curtains here to keep the draft out. I did wonder what those little straps are for. They're for tied in the curtain. And do that. It's alright, isn't it, Pops? Well, that's it. Looks to be just over 6 foot long, but there's loads of headroom. I mean, it's quite amazing how much headroom you've got in there. Right, that's it. And it's good night from me, and it's good night from her over there somewhere, because you're not coming up here, are you?
Because they fall out.
Yeah, it's only a short drop. Yeah, I've got plenty of headroom here. The only trouble is the light for it is actually over there, which seems like on the wrong side to me. Never mind, I'll let you know how I get on in the morning. So I had a pretty good night's sleep in there. Nice and cosy in there because you can close off the curtains. These curtains close off. Keeps all the light out. I slept that way round because it seemed the most logical, but then the light is over there, so I suppose probably should have gone the other way. But then I couldn't see how you could get into the bed from that end. There's all I can't see a ladder anywhere. Just a minute, Poppy, I'll get you breakfast in a minute. I just stepped up from that chair there. It's a bit of a leap, and I think Jenny would struggle with that there, but it was alright. But yeah, I enjoyed it. That's it. Okay, so what's our conclusion about this van?
I think it's a lovely van. The colour scheme is very nice. It's very pleasant to be in. All these sort of little lights everywhere.
There's lots of lights, isn't there?
Lots of lights, and it's just a nice place to be.
Yeah.
I suppose that our main issue has been it's probably not the layout we would choose.
No.
Mainly because I'd struggle a bit with the getting in the front bed.
Yeah.
And the high up bed at the back.
Yeah.
Now the reason for all this is you get the terrific garage, don't you?
Yeah, and the garage is where you would put your bikes, I guess, or I wouldn't be too sure you could fit motorbikes or anything like that in there,
No,
because
because
of the payload
yeah.
issues. But certainly, if you've got 2 or 3 bikes in there, perfect place to put it. They're out of the way, they're secure, and yeah. So I think possibly for a younger couple, this would be perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
And because you can drive it on a B-class license as well, you've got no license issues or anything like that.
No.
And it's great for 2 people. You can take 4 with you at a pinch. The chairs are a little bit tight.
It's because you can't really sit in this travel seat properly.
Yeah.
But apart from that, this lounge is terrific.
Couple with a small kid, I guess. As well. Yeah. But
build quality. I mean,
spot on. Can't fault it really.
No, I mean nothing. Haven't had any problems with anything, have we?
No.
None of the blinds, none of the chairs, none of the cooking equipment, not the fridge.
No.
The beds, nothing, is there?
And I think also, like a lot of vans, it's actually grown on us as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, at the beginning of the week, I thought, I'm not sure I like this, but now, been in it all this time.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got to be quite sad to leave it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We always enjoy our trips away.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably, whatever motorhome we take.
Yeah, we'll enjoy ourselves anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Great meeting up with Bob and Aileen and all that.
And I've always wanted to drive an A-Class motorhome.
You have, yeah.
So I want to thank Tyne Valley Motorhomes for lending us this motorhome, and for Malibu for lending it to Tyne Valley Motorhomes, I guess, and letting us have a play with their motorhome.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Thank you.
Thank you. And I was trying to say that I was a little bit worried when I started reviewing this van that it would be all negative, but no, it's been good. Enjoyed it.
I think most of the things we've liked, haven't we?
Yeah.
I know. I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
So, on that note, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification icon, and you'll get updates when we release our next video, which I believe will be us arriving back at Durham and Grange in our own van.
In our own van for the very last time.
Yeah.
So maybe a few tears and...
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we'll see you soon then.
Yeah. Bye then.
Bye.